Hello there guys, and welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. Today we're reporting on something obviously you can see in front of you on the screen. It's not good news, and it's to do with Red Beam Designs. So first off, I just want to say that obviously we're not at the 1,000 subscriber mark, so we couldn't monetize this even if we wanted to. But if we could monetize this video, we still wouldn't. Because obviously we want as many people to see it as possible, and we want it shared, and we want everyone to like, well, like's an odd word, but we'd like everyone to comment and obviously leave their sympathies with ourselves and with Red Beam, but I wouldn't want to make a single penny off it, so that's really what I'm saying. So I'm just going to go straight into this because it sucks, but it's one of those things. So I'm going to read it, and I'm probably going to stop in between and give you kind of my perspective on it and things like that. So it is with great deal of sadness that I'm writing this to let you know that Red Beam Designs will be closing down. We will be fully open and continuing to take orders up until approximately 5 PM on Friday, March the 23rd. After that, we'll have a few more days to cut and dispatch all the remaining orders, and then we will shut down completely. Hopefully, this notice period will give you plenty of time to place any outstanding orders you may have been considering, rather than us just suddenly closing one day without letting you all know. So I think this bit's really important, and I am going to stop here while I sort of talk about this bit. So we actually have around about a month, because the 24th today, I believe anyway. Let me just double check. I'm terrible with dates, especially when it's the weekends, because I'm not having to write it down for any reason. So yeah, so it's the 24th today of February, and we've got just under a month, so we've got about a month until the 23rd of March. And as you can see there, it just popped up in the corner, people are replying already to this sentiment that's gone up, and this went up 2 hours ago. But yeah, if you're like me, you always kind of put off tokens and scenery, and I've done it month after month. I make kind of a shopping list of what I want, and then I end up getting some new models or something that come out, or I get some new paints, and I kind of push the scenery to one side and I push the tokens to one side, because I think I can use dice to represent tokens. I can use the scenery I already have. It might not fit exactly into the world I'm trying to create, but as long as my models are painted and stuff like that, it's slightly by the by. And so, like my Red Beam Designs, my shopping cart's usually pretty full. And then every now and then I'll go and buy a little bit, and it's one of those things that I just put it off time and time again, in pursuit of new models and things like that. Now, as you guys known from previous, I've done some reviews from Red Beam products, and you know there was all that night models controversy. I'm a big fan of Red Beam Designs. I'm a big fan of their work. I'm a big fan of their ethic in terms of the way they interact with fans and stuff like that. Whenever I've needed to email them or anything like that, or I've had to contact, you know, either Graham or Kirsty replies very quickly, and they're always very polite, very helpful. So we've got a month in which to get on their website, which is linked in the description below, and then let them know obviously what we want and to purchase it. So I urge everyone to do so. Anyone who's looking for that bit of scenery that, you know, they hadn't previously picked up, or those tokens that they were going to get round to getting, you've got a month to get them. So make sure you get them, because once they're gone, they're gone. You know, they've got the Woodbury set, they've got the prison scenery set, they've got tokens for so many different games. That I'm sure a load of you have looked at and thought, they're brilliant, I really want to get some of them. Well, make sure you get some before they close down. So I'm going to continue reading on now. So the sadness of this announcement comes from the fact that in less than 18 months we have managed to create a thriving new business out of nothing. However, it has had its cost on us and continues to do so. While Kirsty has always worked full-time on Red Beam Designs, I, Graham, have maintained a full-time job as well throughout this entire time. The constant strain and pressure of working, which has basically amounted to 2 full-time jobs, has left me in a position where I just don't feel I am physically or mentally capable of carrying on any further with Red Beam Designs. I am also looking forward to finally being able to spend more acceptable amount of time with Kirsty and our daughter Mia again, rather than working almost every single weekend and evening on designing new products and trying to grow the business. So again, this is something that's really, really important, because the company is making money. It says there it's thriving, but at what cost? Anybody who knows me on a personal level knows that I used to be a professional wrestler, working shows and things like that, and I also had a full-time job in the meantime. So I was effectively working a job and a half, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, sometimes coming up to 2 jobs, sometimes barely 1. I have an odd work ethic, no. But yeah, and that used to nearly kill me, and I was a single person, or I was in a relationship, but I certainly didn't have kids. Now I do have kids, and I find even having a single job and having like gaming commitments and things like that is hard to balance around a home life, and seeing my boys an appropriate amount of time. So I can completely get what Graham's saying with regards to this, and there's nothing worse than missing your child grow up. So, I get where he's coming from. Doesn't make it less sad. It's just we're getting an explanation. This isn't, to hark on it again, this isn't Night Models losing the Marvel license, which was a meh, it's gone, no reason, just gone, no details. We're getting a very honest and frank sort of post on why Red Beam Designs is going the way it's going. But I'll continue on anyway. So obviously we owe all our customers a massive thanks for all your support. We have also both made a lot of new friends during this venture, so there's definitely no regret from us, and it's been a very interesting time with plenty of positives that come out of it. That's exactly what I was just saying before. They are really friendly, and they are really, really helpful. And I hope they don't disappear from the community. I know obviously I've seen Graham posting up some Batman models and things like that he's been painting, and I hope he stays around, and I hope to see him. He's more than welcome on our comments section of our videos. He's more than welcome obviously on the number of different Facebook groups we all kind of inhabit together, and I hope to see them both in and around there, posting painted stuff, doing some bits here and there, and maybe popping the odd bit up to make a little extra cash. We made this bit of scenery, what do you think, kind of thing. And that comes to something I'm going to read in a bit, but this next bit's really important. So if anybody is interested in buying any of our designs or the business itself from us, then we definitely will consider this. So please feel free to contact us via info@redbeamdesigns.com. Definitely, if you are interested in either some of the designs or the business itself, definitely contact them on this, because I would love to see Red Beam Designs continue. It would be sad that obviously it wasn't Kirsty and Graham, but if it was still going to be there, it was going to be the same quality and it was still going to sell the same products, then I'm all for somebody else picking up that. That being said, though, it would make me sad, obviously, because it is their baby and they have grown it from nothing. Like, I remember the first sort of inklings of this. I was buying stuff from counterattack bases. It's a bit of a dirty word when you put it, the Red Beam counterattack kind of thing. But somebody said, have you seen these guys? They're a bit cheaper. And I thought, yeah, but cheaper usually means not as good quality. And then I checked out Red Beam Design stuff, and their quality is really, really nice. And then I've ordered stuff, and obviously I've done some unboxings and showing off of their products. And I was hoping to do a lot more of that. Not as in, like, I want freebies, but as in, I really wanted to help, do my part to grow a business that I thought was really, really good. So if you are interested in buying it, let them know. And obviously they can see where they go from there. I am going to read this last bit because this last bit gives me a little bit of hope. So it says, we are keeping one of our cutters, so there's a slight possibility that we may resurface again in a much more limited capacity via something like Etsy or eBay, but we haven't decided on this yet. Thanks again to everyone. And then obviously it's signed by Graham, so it's Graham who wrote it. It's really cool that they're keeping at least one of their cutters, because it does mean that, like I said, they could come up with an idea for a bit of scenery or a token, and they can do it as a limited run, and they can advertise it on Facebook, and they can advertise it eBay and Etsy, and if they want me to put a link on my on our YouTube, I'll gladly do so, and that type of thing. So that's at least promising, and it does mean if things change, they might, delve back in the near future. But I probably wouldn't count on it in the near future, but maybe 6-12 months down the line. But really, it's not a positive thing on the one hand, because Red Beam Designs is going, but on the other it does mean that obviously Graham and Kirsty get to spend more time with each other, and they get to spend some time with their family, and that's obviously always a positive. One thing I will do though, because I don't want to end the video on a sour note, is this. It's their website. Everybody go to it. www.redbeamdesigns.com. If you can't be bothered to memorize that, just type Red Beam into Google, and it's usually the first or second one on there. And they do a load of really, really cool stuff. They do scenery, they do tokens, they do the little dashboards for loads of different games. I'm a really big fan of their dashboards. I think other companies have started to do the dashboards now, but they were definitely the first people I saw doing the dashboards. I thought the dashboards were really cool. I still do, and I'm definitely going to look to pick some up before they disappear. I've got a load of the Walking Dead ones, so you know, I'm not so fussed about picking up some more of those. But they do obviously X-Wing ones, and we play Attack Wing, which is similar. So there's some. So they don't have any in the Attack Wing one, but they probably will in the X-Wing one. Let's have a quick check. But the dashboards and the scenery and things like that are really, really cool. You've seen the Walking Dead ones, as I said, because we've, you know, showed them off before. We've got a load of them, so you know, it's not something I would need to pick up. However, the X-Wing ones, which hopefully could be used for things like Attack Wing as well, look like this, and they're awesome. And you got a standard or a dial upgrade. So let's have a look at these. So there you have it, and they get little interlocking bits, which I think are really, really cool. So that's your basic dashboard. That's your basic dashboard, and then you've got the little dial upgrade bit that clicks on. I think it's really, really cool. And then you can click other bits on, as you can see there, for your other little bits. I get annoyed with the website. It's not their fault, it's me. I'm like a toddler when it comes to tech. For someone who worked with computers so long, I'm honestly like a child when it comes to things not working exactly as I want them to. But you get these, and you just plug it in. You can obviously put your little cards there, and you can build them up as you desire. And then obviously we've seen the Batman ones. We covered those before, so I don't think there's any need to cover them again. However, these bad boys definitely need a shout out. Bosh. The Shadespire compatible character cards, which will look a little something like this, and I think they're awesome. And I genuinely can't stress that enough. I think they're fantastic for their price. You put your little character in there, you get your tokens in this bit, and then your upgrades in there. It's really, really cool. Keeps everything nice and neat. Obviously there's the scenery. They do the Necromunda style scenery, they do the prison, they do Woodbury, which they call Woodford. They've got some 40k-ish, and then they have the Funland set, which is really, really good. And definitely I want you to all check it out. So I'm going to end the video here, because really I'm just showing you around their website, and I want you guys to go and do that yourselves. But so the takeaway from this is obviously that Red Beam Design are closing down. That they are going to be open for another month though, so you do have time to pick up their products. Obviously take the time to pop onto their Facebook and leave obviously a message on the post itself. And if you've ordered from them ever before and you've had a good experience, take the time to thank them. Because a lot of us don't. We don't take the time to thank people for good stuff that happens. If we get good customer service, we're kind of like, well, yeah, we should get good customer service. And if we get bad customer service, we go online and we bitch about it. I'm guilty of it. You guys are all guilty of it. I don't care what you say. You're all guilty. I sentence you to death. Death's probably a bit harsh. I sentence you to all be ashamed of yourself. But no, if you've had good service from them, let them know, because they're probably not feeling great about now. Obviously they're probably a bit relieved, but someone like, I ran a wrestling company, and when it had to close its doors, I was relieved, but I was really sad at the same time. It's an odd feeling, so you know, they might be feeling of a similar ilk, so just let them know that they were appreciated while it was there, and you got a month to get spending, so get spending. And then obviously, as always, our little bit at the end, which is, you know, give this video a like, leave a comment below. But to be honest, if you're going to leave a comment, I'd much rather you went over and left one on their page. And then the usual, you know, subscribe. We put out lots of different types of videos. Some of them might be for you, some of them won't be, but you know, if a majority of them are, then that's cool. And you know, thanks for watching. Pray the dice gods and hope they smile upon you. Take care, guys.